Hello, this is Frank Duff walking you through different use cases for which you can use the Tidal Community Edition platform to be able to hopefully make your attack day-to-day workflows a little bit more efficient. One of the ones I wanted to walk through today is more of a detection engineering use case. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a group that I previously created in another one of these tutorials. In this case, Spidey Potter. So what I did was I opened up my account. I see my work that I've generated historically, and I want to go and add that custom technique set to my matrix. Now I could go in and I could add previously existing elements such as APT29, a group that exists, by coming into here. I could also add the technique set this way. So there's a few different things that you could do to add a threat. But in this case, for simplicity reasons, let's start with my custom wizard spider definition, Spidey Potter. So I see the list of techniques that are associated with this specific group in this case, as I've defined it. And you can walk through to see how that differs from Wizard Spider in a previous one. But in this case, I want to tackle this from a defensive mindset perspective, right? I want to understand what I can do to defend against this threat. So to do that, I know that I have specific defensive tools at my capacity, right? So maybe I've got Sysmon Modular, something that Olaf Hartong has provided for the community. So in this case, I want to go and I add Sysmon Modular, and now I can see the overlap for which Spidey Potter has with Sysmon. So where's the coverage? And I could see techniques that potentially don't have coverage utilizing Sysmon, at least the out-of-the-box capabilities that exist today. And so one of those, in this case, let's go through as just an example, this lateral tool transfer. So if you pull that up, you can see that it does have Spidey Potter as associated with it. You can see more details. You could see the tools that do have capabilities that help to either, in this case, detect, test, and mitigate it. But one of the other things I want to be able to do is look at the data sources. So how could I potentially detect this lateral tool transfer technique? And so according to attack, there's a few different data sources. And by data sources, we mean both data sources, which is things like command, file, named pipe, as well as their data components that are associated with them, which is the command execution, the file creation, the file meta, the specific types of data sources that can be used to leverage for detection capabilities. And so you can look over here and you can see these are the data components that I would require to be able to actually create a detection. And I can look at, for instance, process creation, and I can see, you know what, that Sysmon module actually has the data available. So I could use that to actually create analytics to detect that specific technique. So let's jump back for a second, back to this lateral tool transfer technique. And one of the other things you can do while you're here is also look at analytics. One of the other repositories we're bringing in is actually the Sigma rule set, right? So these are things that Florian has made available and the people that work with him to allow you to understand here are potential attack detections you could write. And again, you can come in here and you could look at specific instances, the specific implementations, and the analytics that surround them. And in this case, there's a run DLL 32 without parameters, and you could go and go explore that through the Sigma GitHub repository to get more information about it. And in this case, what we're looking for specifically is run 32 execution without parameters as observed when running Metasploit. So let's say that we wanted to provide that detection, or we wanted to understand, okay, well, so according to this, I could collect this data in a number of ways, process creation being one of them. So bounce back here. Let's see where else process creation could help me. And so for this one, let me actually look at process creation. And you can see right here, we've got process creation as a data component. Just as I added Sysmon, I can add that specific data component. And you can see here's where the coverage of that specific data source is. So if I'm collecting that source, whether it be through Sysmon or whether it be through another EDR tool or some other tool completely, I can understand where my potential coverage is. And you can see while Sysmon Modular's out-of-the-box analytic capabilities, at least the ones that are registered on our site, don't have that coverage of that lateral tool transfer. I do have the data required to provide some detection capability around that lateral tool transfer. So you can quickly understand where your potential coverage gaps are, how to address those, and hopefully improve your detection engineering day. And so with that, that concludes this use case. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you keep following along to find out more ways of using the Community Edition platform to assist your attack workflows. If you've got ideas for different use cases you want us to explore, feel free to reach out. Always happy to do more of these so that we can share with the community and provide some educational content. Thank you very much, and have a good day.